So, I mean, what have you seen out of this Oklahoma defense? I know it's early in the week, probably haven't had too much of a chance.
They're physical and stuff. Mainly they're physical. They're hardly ever out of place, but I mean, they look like a good defense.
For someone like you who's watched Shelton last year when he was mostly on special teams, and he's kind of come out through the first 3 weeks of the season here. I mean, what's that like for you to see his development get to this next level where he is being consistent?
I mean, it's very rewarding, that knowing that the work that he put in the off season is actually, shown on the field. I mean, I can tell you, Shelton was catching a lot of footballs in the off season just because he knew he had to work on his hands, and now it's showing like his off-season work ethic is basically performing on the field.
You're a guy who I think you had somewhere in the 400 yards receiving, 490 something receiving last year.
600.
600? Yeah. My mistake. Thank you for correcting me. This season, there's guys like Tequila, there's guys like Devontae. It seems like you can guys cycle more guys in. Is that just a product of the depth?
Yeah, we're very deep. Coach feels comfortable for anybody being on the field. He's not really like, oh my gosh, who I got to put in. Mm-hmm. It's just now just like, hey, just go in, and that's going to work in our advantage, later on in the games, having that depth at receivers.
Gotcha, thanks.
So what do you remember about the last time you guys were in Oklahoma and what that environment was like?
It was a great environment. I remember that we only scored one touchdown, but we also had probably about 3 attempts inside the 20 where we fumbled the ball. We had a chance to beat them in Norman, but the environment in Norman's great. I had a lot of relatives from Oklahoma that were going to be there at the game, and as well as in Texas. But it's a big stadium, beautiful stadium.
Even more specifically than that, last year, I know that was kind of a sore spot because you guys were on top of them, and then their running game just took over. What stands out to you about last year's game?
Just key plays such as the kickoff return after we score, kickoff return right before halftime. They took it back to the house, and that kind of gave them the momentum going into the second half. Just drained up all our momentum. But just very key little plays where we didn't execute well, which ended up not in our favor.
The way Oklahoma's pass rush is one of their strong suits. Does that play into the way Skylar plays? I mean, the way he's able to kind of escape and find people downfield?
Yeah, I mean, it plays in. I mean, they have a great pass rush, with Stryker and everything. But, having a more mobile quarterback back there, also creates problem for them as well. So, I mean, it just gives us another weapon and arsenal to our, collections. But having Skylar back there definitely we'll have a different vibe as in going into, the Oklahoma game. It takes a little pressure off the O-line, knowing that he can escape and stuff. So,
can a win this week in Oklahoma solidify West Virginia as a real player in this conference race?
Honestly, I mean, a win in Oklahoma is what we're looking forward to, and we're going in there thinking, knowing that we will win. As far as playoff contentions, we know what we're capable of doing. I mean, the media is going to be out there, and people are going to think what they're going to think, but we honestly think the Big 12 is ours.